Vanderveen here has been talking to the folks at Colorado State Patrol about this I-70 situation. It's a pretty stark talk from them about what went wrong overnight and why we're in the mess that we're in beyond the snow.
It is a mess, and certainly CDOT's been trying to address that along with State Patrol about what to do with all of this situation. Certainly hundreds of people were spending the night overnight on I-70 simply trying to get out of that area, and it hasn't worked out very well. And quite frankly, there's a problem with all of that because there were a number of semis that were trying to go uphill, some of them not with the gear that they needed to go up with, and they got caught in trouble. And in many ways, guys, this reminds me of a similar situation that we had maybe 21 years ago, if I'm doing my math right.
You were only 12 when we brought you on.
I was only, 6, Kim.
As a junior reporter.
And so we want to show a quick clip of photojournalist Lou Davis, engineer Terry Michaud, and I stuck up in the Evergreen area for a number of days, and this is a clip from 2003.
Our reporter Chris Vanderveen got stranded up there last night, I think, and we're going to check in with him. Chris, right, are you out there? Chris,
We are certainly out here. We're seeing it. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
We see you. It's unbelievable amount of snow. It's caused us some technical problems throughout the night, as you can imagine. But we are back up.
Are you standing up, Chris?
No, fortunately not. But this is actually what it's like to sit in 4.5 feet of snow. The feet's not coming close to touching the ground. So what's the plan for the rest of the day?
We're just gonna swim, play, eat oatmeal and junk food, and there's no food around, nothing's open.
What do you expect to encounter on your way back in Nebraska?
They got 70-degree weather in Lincoln.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, are you guys skiers or what?
Yeah, we're skiers. It was great powder when we were skiing on Monday, but after seeing this, I just kind of want to go back to shorts and a t-shirt.
Chris, you may as well just give in and have fun with those kids behind you, because one of them was about to nail you with a snowball. We're watching.
It's coming any second. So certainly we're hoping that this snow is going to come to an end, but right now, at least for the time being, it certainly does not. Back to you guys in the studio.
That's so great.
Some things change, some things stay the same.
Oh, man, and here's the thing. I could not go, because we were stuck up there for 3 days, and I could not go anywhere in this city without somebody they wouldn't remember my name, but they'd be like, "You were the guy that was stuck up in the mountains for 3.5 days." And we were. I mean, it's sort of that telling situation where you just see so much snow in a short period. I've never seen anything like it. And I think that was sort of the fear. We've seen a taste of that today, where you get so much snow in the foothills. And sometimes it doesn't seem that bad here in Denver, where the roads are pretty wet because it's been warm for so long. But in the foothills, totally different situation. It was very much the case back then. It was a frightening situation. We all had to, I remember we tried to get a hotel room that night, and they're like, "You're going to have to all stay in one room." And there was a lot of us in one room.
Yeah. Once we got through the dire stuff, like day 2 and 3, Mark Kobrick had a kick with you. He was like, "You've changed your pants? Nope. Got any new underwear? Nope."
I left. So this was the thing. I was in Golden. And I told the photojournalist Lou Davis at the time, I said, "Hey, Lou, we should go up to Evergreen." And we probably got up there right as they closed the interstate, so we were stuck. And I had, I'll just say this, I had one pair of socks through the whole time, and shoes that were certainly not waterproof.
Eager beaver, you.
I felt like one of those sort of problems that develop with wet feet. That was a bad situation.
It's the stories that you remember, though. I'm sure those Nebraskans remember it. I'm sure that family of kids up there remember it. Those kids now well out of college, just to tell you how long it's been since that happened. Also, can we discuss the fact that it's been 21 years and neither of you have aged in any discernible way?
No.
It's good. I was 6 at the time, so now I'm 27, if I'm doing my math right.
Yeah, you were a preteen, I believe.
Yeah, good, Kim.
That's really something.
I so remember that storm because I lived in Lowry at the time, and it was get in. And Kathy and I were the only two that made it in time that morning. And Dan Wood, photojournalist Dan Wood, who you could live in his car and survive healthy for a week or two. He was a hunter. He was prepared for everything.
Yeah, this man served his country. He knew how to handle things. You were good with him.
He said, "I'll get to Alameda, you hike out." So I had this big old bag. I'm hiking out in waist deep snow out of my neighborhood. And I got in the car and I'm like, "Okay, Dan, take me away."
Isn't it fun though? You're spot on with that, Kyle. It's that sort of situation. We all remember it. I remember the Christmas Eve blizzard of 1982 really, really well.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, if you're not caught in it, which is certainly, you don't want to erase that because there were a lot of people that had a miserable night last night on I-70, but if you're not caught in it, it does create some pretty amazing memories.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
and you hope that there are kids out there making memories today. Hey, guess what, kids in Denver? You get to make some memories tomorrow, too. DPS, snow day
Holiday.
tomorrow. DPS joins Cherry Creek and Douglas County. Still waiting on Jeffco. Jeffco, again, your spring break is next week.
What are you waiting
So
on?
what are you waiting for? No pressure, but DPS, which does not have spring break next week, they're a week after that. DPS is out for tomorrow, Cherry Creek out for tomorrow, Dougco out for tomorrow.
Lila Vanderveen is listening right now. If she's listening right now, my daughter is very excited about the news you just delivered.
See? Got any chores for her? No. Let her have fun.
She's 13.
She's telling
How many
you what-
chores is she doing?
She's telling you what to
I know,
do.
exactly.
That's exactly it. How times have changed. That little young Chris Vanderveen now with his own
Oh, man.
13-year-old.
Yeah, there you go.